In terms of destruction, I mean, for the business that you're in, growing and selling tea, I mean, this began almost exactly 2 years ago, did it not? April of 2020, when the government banned the import of chemical fertilizers, which led to tea production literally falling off a cliff. It was decimated, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I wouldn't exactly say decimated, but yes, it's an agricultural crop. Our varieties are dependent on urea, and a sudden imposition of a ban could be severe. And it was severe, but fortunately, the ill-advised decision that was taken, I believe it was in May, at the beginning of last year, was fairly quickly rescinded. Late, but nevertheless, we had the good fortune of the weather that was with us that didn't diminish yield, that yet meant that tea did okay. And now we're seeing, with the weather changing, with the rains coming, we're seeing restoration, because we need to rehabilitate soils. And I think the one good thing that has come out of this, Martin, is the fact that we have an acknowledgement that in the medium to long term, we need to adapt more organic, more sustainable methods. That is one good thing, but of course it came out of a near crisis. But I wouldn't say it is cataclysmic. We are recovering from it, and we are seeing strong prices at Colombo tea auctions, high prices, I would say nearly unsustainably high, but we're expecting that with improved weather, with the rains coming, that will ease in the month of May.
Dilhan, Russians, we know, like Sri Lankan tea. Russia is one of the biggest importers of Sri Lankan tea. They like Sri Lanka. They like to visit. Sri Lanka-Russian relations remain very cordial, actually, throughout the Ukraine crisis. Can the same be said for your companies, for Dilmah's commercial relationship with Russia, especially from a CSR, ESG point of view?
Well, at this point, sanctions have been forceful and very definite. And so dealing with Russia, and indeed one of our key colleagues having our own offices in Kiev and so on, has become virtually impossible. So yes, that has been significant in its impact on Ceylon tea. But at this point, I think that combined with the reduction in yield and the higher prices, we are hoping that the situation eases. Of course, I know the rest of the world is too, in order that once the market stabilizes, at least the supply and the market for Ceylon tea, that we will have a possibility of resuming that collaboration in the region. Ceylon tea is dependent significantly on the Middle East, on Russia. We work with several of our traditional markets, and Russia is chief amongst them. So yes, and at the same time, we are in the midst of a perfect storm with the impact of the Easter bombing, the impact of pandemic, and now the European economic situation, the conflict. I guess we are not in a position to be able to make hard decisions that would involve a significant portion of our international market, but we're hoping and praying, I would add, that the situation in Russia and Ukraine resolve sooner rather than later, because we need it.